club, how you doing? The next story after this, we're gonna go through a show review, but this right here is something it got me earlier. If you don't know, if you can't hear by the sound of my voice, if you know, I lived in Memphis for years. All of my dead families from Memphis, all of my mama's side from Mississippi, look like so. You know, I have that like real breed thing. And one thing, being there, I love being at home or whatever. But Memphis, Tennessee, let me tell you something. One thing about MLGW, I always feel we call them in Memphis. If y'all don't know, we call them um Memphis Gaslight and Robbers. That's what we call Memphis. The Memphis Gaslight and Robbers. Just for instance, like, the bills are always really, really high. Nobody kind of knows like what the hell's going on, why our bills are high. And that's one thing about and then the thing is like when I moved, right? So you stay in a place. It's always good to broaden your horizons. You know what's out there. When I first moved to Houston, all right, years. I was in Houston about 10 years. When I moved to Houston, first got there, I had never experienced a place where it was multiple lot companies. You know what I'm saying? I have always seen being in Memphis, it being one light company. So for me, I was just really overwhelmed, like really, really happy about, oh wow, it's different. You have different, sources to go get lights. And then you got prepaid and shit. I loved it. 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 And in most major cities, you have that, right? So I was just minding my business, scrolling through, finding stuff to talk about for tonight. And this right here really just jumped across me. So let's check out this. I want to show y'all this. This is an example of why I don't like MLGW. And I hope that they do what they're supposed to do. But this woman in Memphis, they not come read her meter. Okay, this is the name. So before I get started, they didn't come read her meter in Memphis. They didn't come read her meter for for I think months, days, months, or whatever this is, and then they end up sending her a bill for it. Let's look at this story. Then let me know what you think. Hit that like, subscribe, and hit your comment.
Welcome back. We are approaching the most expensive time of the year, and the last thing anyone needs is a surprise utility bill. A Memphis woman questions why she is on the hook for $1,100, $1,500 total. I learned no one read her electric meter for nearly a year. Tashina Hall pays her bill every month on time to MLGW. Her meter is accessible to anybody who walks by. So why did MLGW not read it for 9 months?
Do they think like money grow on trees? I don't know.
Sticker shock is an understatement. Hall was astonished to get an MLGW bill for $1,500.
So I feel like wherever that $1,500 bill came from, they need to just put it back where it was at. Don't try to charge me.
But then Hall learned the reason why. According to this letter from MLGW, no one read her meter for the first 9 months of the year. That meant her bill was underestimated by $1,100. MLGW told her the 9-month delay could be because of weather, gates, pets, or its own staffing issues. But the first 3 could not apply.
Okay, well, I can't pay this and I'm not going to pay this, so let me get in touch with Kate.
It's not the first time a viewer has been confused by MLGW's estimations.
I started to questions like, hey, nobody's here. Why is the utility usage still going up?
2 months ago, Eric Sudbury questioned why he was being billed for utilities in a vacant rental property. After Fox 13 got involved, MLGW told us they incorrectly estimated his bill and refunded him. Hall questions why she has to pay the price for MLGW's staffing issues.
If it's something that happened on y'all watch, then y'all need to be the one. I can look at the camera.
Yeah.
Then y'all need to be the one to chop up that bill because it's not on us. Because y'all did that, so it's on y'all.
If you have a problem with your MLGW bill and cannot get through to the company, let us know. Email yourmoney@fox13memphis.com. Following Your Money, Kate Beery, Fox 13 News. MLGW told Fox 13 yesterday the company is now working to find a solution with Ms. Hall. That company spokeswoman said she did not reach out to MLGW directly, although Ms. Hall told us she did.
You know what? You know what? One thing even about Memphis, I'll tell you one thing about Memphis, y'all. Even the white reporters are shady. I love it. She said even though she did it, okay. But listen, if you in Memphis, like in y'all like Billis High like that, like listen, it definitely, my prayers go out to you. But that shit is so fucked up, and I hate it. But y'all, like that is so jacked up. Do you see this? Like no, like they should pay that bill. Okay, if y'all to come out there and read the meter for whatever reason that was, because I mean clearly it was space that y'all read the year before that. So clearly whatever was going on in MLGW, she should not be blamed for that. Actually, y'all owe her for the stress of having her to have to go to the news and do that. So she deserved 6 months off her light bill. That is so ordered. 6 months off her light bill. Next case. Dusty bitches. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. So yeah, so MLGW, but your MLGW robbers would do it to you. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and the light bill is already high. And then right now, if your light bill has went up, I want you to understand why your light bill went up. Some people don't get it. Say like, why my light bill going up? Well, okay. A lot of us, just normally we benefit off of a lot of different programs to help cut our light bills back, right? When Trump would do all those cuts and Doge and this and that and stage or whatever, those cuts add into they took away those things that made our light bills lower. So if your light bill is going up, I would tell you this: if you don't think voting is important, that should teach you that it is important. Because our ancestors never said the fight was over. And one way we got to fight is that standing up for ourselves in some type of way. So that's why I do agree with that we are counseling Christmas and seize these holidays and Black Fridays. The light bill's too high to be doing. MLGW is proof. So anyway, praying for Memphis. I just hate that. But yeah, I love that with news report though. She was shady. She's like, bitch. Okay, but yeah, they gave that baby a $1,500 plus light bill. Like she said, return to sender. Okay, please, can I return to sender? Okay, I return to sender. Return to sender. That's what I'm gonna do.